The president of Turkey said, women are not equal to men.
Yeah.
Our religion has defined position for women, motherhood.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a Western government leader saying that. And you know, what we've said all along is, and have been called bigots for it, is when there's this many bad apples, there's something wrong with the orchard.
All right, folks, there's Bill Maher. Now, before we get to our next guest, I want to hear from you. We all do here at Newsmax. Is President Obama handling Islamic terror properly, in your view? Go to newsmax.com/polls and vote now. That's newsmax.com/polls. Now, Ian Tuttle, member of the National Review editorial board and William F. Buckley Fellow at National Review, joins us. Hey, Ian, welcome back, sir.
Hey, Steve. Glad to be with you.
You know, you have two great pieces out, and one talks about the rush to blame the victims in the magazine massacre, and the other one asks a question that I've heard nobody talk about at all. Let's start with that. And this one is, why do the media refer to the Prophet Muhammad, the Prophet, quote unquote? And you point out, and you know how the media and everybody refers to Jesus, and they don't say Jesus the Christ, which I guess is analogous and equal to, you know, saying the Prophet Muhammad, correct?
Right. It's a syntactically identical way of talking, but you don't ever hear it. And my, you know, I don't want to come down too hard on people who do it, because I've done it myself, sort of unthinkingly. It's just something that is pervasive in media. Today, when we talk about Islam, when we talk about these depictions like in Charlie Hebdo, but what it begins to suggest, or what it might suggest, is a sort of way of thinking about these issues. And what's problematic is the way of thinking embodied by talking about the Prophet Muhammad in the same way as Jesus the Christ, is that you're taking the particular view of the believers. So you're talking about Muhammad, a historical figure, from the perspective of those who give him a particular religious significance. And then what the larger problem is, you begin to go in the direction of something like CNN, which began to just refer to the prophet, which is particularly troubling to me. You know, I don't want to say it's sinister, but it's just ways of subtly showing an inclination or a bias. And
yeah, a deference to
exactly,
Islam over other religions. Yeah, no, that's a brilliant point. And as I said, I haven't heard it discussed much anywhere else. Let's talk about what the White House did today. They said they made a mistake in not selling and not sending somebody more senior in stature right to the, I mean, but shouldn't it have been the president himself, or the vice president, or the first lady? I mean, you know, I don't even think they apologize for not sending one of those three, but shouldn't it have been one of them?
Yes, very simply. You know, I could see you making a case for having the Attorney General there, or Secretary Kerry there, but very simply, when you look at this event and you have Angela Merkel there and Netanyahu standing shoulder to shoulder with Abbas, you know, saying that the principle of free speech that was threatened last week, or that was attacked last week, is paramount, is fundamental to what it means to be a liberal, a Western liberal democracy. To not have the president of the United States there is really kind of astonishing.
Yeah,
it's nothing short of that, really.
You also wrote a piece on anti-Semitism, old and new. Has it changed? It's well, obviously, with this Islamic terror, it's a whole new threat.
Right, and anti-Semitism is such a complex phenomenon to write about, because it's so amorphous. You see it in all of these different variations and shapes and shades coming down, and so you have increasingly a very explicit form of anti-Semitism that's being propagated by these large Muslim immigrant communities throughout Europe, but you also have the very subtle forms of anti-Semitism that you see in Western media and Western academia. And actually that's what I'm writing about today, is sort of that
Well, I want
that
everybody
side of it.
I want everybody to check it out. I look forward to seeing it at nationalreview.com. Check out Ian Tuttle and all of his great pieces. Thank you, Ian. Great to talk to you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, folks. The Closing Bell Report with Rob Williams is next. Don't miss it.